Hi to everyone. Let's start today's session with the same chapter title called Theory of Consumer Behavior and Demand Analysis. So today we are under a last topic of this chapter. That's about price elasticity of demand and the expenditure. See, in the last class, whatever the things we have discussed, and we tried to understand the topic called up to the point of price elasticity of demand, then the levels, then the market demand and the market derivations. And the last topic of today's session is about price elasticity of demand as well as expenditure. See, before getting to this topic, so you better understand this once again. Price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand is a some percentage change in price which leads some percentage change in a quantity demanded when other things remaining constant. Then that is called price elasticity of demand. It means the proportionate change in the quantity demanded is because of a percentage change in the price. Is called price elasticity of demand, and that the percentage change may be more than the change in the price or less than the change in the price or equivalent to the change in the price or infinite level or zero level. For that, there are the 5 classified price elasticity of demand are that. First one, perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, then more elastic, less elastic and unitary elastic. Okay, so in perfectly elastic, so no change or a small change in price which leads infinite change in the quantity demanded. Okay, some percentage change in price will lead to more percentage change in the quantity demanded, then that is called more than 1. Okay, so more than 100%, then that leads more than 1. And likewise, so some percentage change in the price will lead to lesser changes as change in the price and the demand, then that is called price elasticity of demand is less than 1. Then whatever the changes in the price, if it leads 0 changes in the quantity demanded, no change in the quantity demand, then that is called 0 change. Okay, if a percentage change in the price, if it gives the same percentage change in the quantity demanded, then that is called unitary elastic demand, and that is an equivalent to 1. Means as equal to the price changes, the same percentage changes in the quantity demanded. Okay, but today we will discuss about not only the price will create changes in the demand. Some of the economists like Adam Smith, okay, like Alfred Marshall. So some of the economists, when we track the history in the story of microeconomics, Professor Alfred Marshall, he made an experiment. In that experiment, price elasticity of demand is not only affected with the price of a commodity, even it is affected with the expenditure. Then that's the thing we are trying to explain today's session. Functional relationship between the price elasticity of demand and the expenditure, then how it affects with the elastic changes, that is equivalent to 1 or more than change or less than change. For that, we need to go by one small schedule. From that schedule, people can understand, so what is the functional relationship between the price elasticity of demand and expenditure which is done by the consumer on different goods and services. For that, we need to draw a particular schedule. In that schedule, we will come across with the level. So coming to the first one here, let's take any of a good like orange. Let's take price of oranges. Okay. Then the quantity demanded of it. Okay, in kilograms. Then the amount of expenditure, that is P into Q, means price with the quantity when we multiply the amount of expenditure we can get. The next one is about price elasticity of demand. Are clear? Now coming to the first one. So here some prices will be there of like different goods and services, and we have taken some oranges. Okay, assume price of orange is rupees 70. Is rupees 70. Assume we have taken 2 kilos. How many kilos? 2 kilos. So when we multiply with the price of the quantity, we have spent some 140. Okay. What if a price of this orange, if it decreases, means in the market, if a price decreases from 60 rupees to means 70 rupees to 60 per kilo, then how much we may buy means we may buy, assume as 3 kilo. When price decreases, quantity increases. You know that thing. Then multiply. So how much we spent here? 180 rupee. Okay. Then this is all about when price decreases. Okay. Quantity of consumption increases from 140 rupees to 180 rupee. So 180 divided by 140, it is more than the percentage change, and that is called price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. And listen till the end of this video, you will understand the story behind the topic. Okay. Now, if a price bit more decreases, okay, from 60 rupees to 50 rupee per kilo, assume consumer is ready to spend more than the actual, then he may buy more than the previous 4 kilo, then he spent some 200 rupees on it. What if a price fall by means 10 rupee again, means 40 rupee, again here the price decreases, okay, then he may spend 5 kilo, okay, but amount of expenditure, the amount of expenditure means price of the quantity, then he has spent the same 200. The percentage changes with the expenditure, with the elastic changes in the price, it is equivalent to 1. Equivalent to 1. Even though price changes here, but expenditure remains the same, then there is a proportionate change in the elastic demand will equivalent to 1. 200 divided by 200, that is the same. Okay. Then what if a price decreases a bit more from 40 to 30? Again price decreases. Assuming a price decreases, then consumer is ready to get more amount of oranges. He may buy now 6 kilo. Then that leads so 180. Okay. Then he has spent some 180 rupee. Then if it decreases again to 20 rupee, okay, he may get some 7 kilo. Now just observe here. When the price fall, demand increases. When price fall, demand increases. But the amount of expenditure, what if amount of expenditure will also decrease? See here the price decreases, amount of expenditure also decreases. Both are going in the same direction. Okay. Then when you divide this value, like the present with the previous one, 140 by 180, then the percentage change in the elastic changes will be less than 1. So what we try to understand in this story, and listen carefully. So most of the topic of the price elasticity of demand will concern with among the 4 important determinants of demand, like price, okay, price of related goods, then this one substitutes, complements, taste and preference and all. Among all these things, the most influencing factor, there is a price. Only the price will influence the quantity changes in the demand. But Alfred Marshall, one of the pioneer of economics, that to microeconomics, he has proved that only the price doesn't make sense with the elastic changes. Even sometimes the expenditure, what a consumer going to spend out of his certain level of income, will also create the changes in the elastic changes in the demand. Then that is all about even your price fall, the proportionate changes in the expenditure. Sometimes it is greater than 1, sometimes it is equivalent to 1, sometimes it is lesser than 1. Then this is a point where we have already understood in the classification of price elasticity of demand, where in case of in first level it is a infinite level, in the second level it is a 0 changes, in third and fourth more elastic and less elastic, and the last one it is a unitary elastic rectangular hyperbola, where we have taken the price as an element, but here we have taken expenditure as an element. See here, when income out of the income, when consumer is ready to spend more than the actual, then the elasticity of changes in the demand, sometimes greater, sometimes lesser, sometimes equal. It's all about depends upon not only the price, more than price, other factors are there which do create changes in the percentage changes in the demand, and that is called elasticity of demand. Then that's all about our story. Then that leads an end of this chapter. Okay, so by the next session we'll discuss a new topic. I hope you people got understood. For any doubts, you can go by the description button. You'll find the link of price elasticity of demand and the types of it. And meantime, you have my number to convey a message. Thank you.